Hey you guys, how you doing? Welcome to Localite. I'm John Compton, and on the show with me today is Anndria North. And Anndria has garnered some attention for her basketball skills here in the Dalles, and she's on here to tell us a bit about that, as well as just what's going on with one of the youth here in the Dalles. So Anndria, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I tried to make you nervous and it didn't work, so let's start off with the traveling team. This was a team that you helped put together, is that right?
Yes.
And this was so you were like, this was from 5th grade up through like 8th grade, so like middle school age.
Yes.
And you guys just traveled around and played basketball?
Yes. Mike Lupke started it with his daughter, and her and I have been really good friends since 4th grade, and so she got me on board, and we kind of went through our friends and who would want to play basketball with us, and we came up with about 10 girls, and so we called them up, and some of them said yes, some of them said no, and we just went for it, and her dad signed us up, and we started playing on weekends for about 3 months during the winter, and traveled to Portland about every other weekend to play anywhere from like 2 to 4 games.
Each Saturday that you were there? Oh, okay.
Yes.
And so 5th to 8th grade, you said about 10 girls, and you guys were doing this in the off season.
Yes.
All right. Were you also playing basketball in season at school?
Yes, some girls had 3 teams going, some girls had 2 teams going, and some of them were just doing the traveling team. So we had a lot of basketball going on.
Yeah,
it was pretty busy. Yeah.
Okay. So were you always playing teams, or did you always play in Portland then?
Yes.
You did. Okay.
We did do a tournament in Lincoln City every year. It was kind of an annual thing. We always got pumped up for it. That was the big finale at the end of the season, but mainly it was in Portland.
Well, what were some of the highlights of that experience?
Oh boy, it was a blast. We got along so well, and we had so much fun, and we learned to really know how each other played, and so it made it really fun. And probably the Lincoln City tournament was probably the funnest tournament of them all, because it was the longest one, and there were a lot of big teams from all over Oregon, and so we got really good competition, and there were a lot of people there that took notice to us, and they would come up and talk to us, oh, congratulations, kind of taking an interest on us, and that was probably the funnest time. We got to hang out at the beach, so that made it all worthwhile.
And you guys practically never lost, right?
Yeah, we did. Our first year we did, but after that we got pretty good. One season we went 19-1, and another I think we went 23-2, and so we were.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We had a blast.
Did you guys all hang out off the court as well? Good friends as well?
Yeah, we were all really good friends. Very close. Yeah.
And were you playing the same types of teams? I mean, teams that were just because you were just in it for fun for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, competitive fun.
Yeah, everyone else were sponsored. Like some teams were sponsored, and they had all matching bags and uniforms, and we just came up with whatever shorts we had and had a old high school jersey. And so some teams were sponsored and took selectively picked some girls from across Oregon to come play for their teams. And some were high school teams, and some were teams like ours that just picked random girls. So we just showed up in whatever we had on and got on the court to play, and so that was a really fun part, to just show them what we could do, even though we didn't have the money like they did.
Yeah, so they had the money and everything, but you guys had the skills. You probably beat them, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Well, what got you interested in basketball? Had you just always had a drive to play, and where did that come from? My
family has always been into sports, and so ever since I was in 1st grade, I've been playing basketball with them, and football and track and volleyball, anything we could get our hands on. And so it was just kind of a natural thing to, when you're grown up, go out on the basketball court, because that's what the rest of the family's doing. And so I started Parks and Rec basketball when I was in 2nd grade, and have been playing ever since.
Okay. So you've always lived here in the Dalles then?
Yeah, I moved here when I was 18 months from Wyoming.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you come from a pretty large, sizable family. You have 6 brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Yes,
and
I do.
Quite an age difference between yourself and them.
My oldest is 12 years older than me, so
12 years older.
Quite a span.
Yeah. So did they put it to you pretty hard out on the basketball court? Is that where you got your skills?
Yes, definitely. They didn't take it easy on me. When we were playing pig, my brother would do behind the back reverse lay-ins when I was 8 years old, and so I would always get out, but that made me have to learn how to do a behind the back reverse lay-in, or I'd be out every time. And so they definitely did not take it easy on me, which was good, and I'm glad they didn't now.
Were you always very competitive with them?
Yes,
Always like
I hated losing, especially to my brothers. I never wanted them to beat me because they always tease me, you know. So, yeah, I never wanted to lose, and so it was really good for them to push me because that made me more competitive, I think.
So did your sisters also play basketball?
Yes, all of them.
All of them.
None of them went and played in college. 2 of them did track, but I think they loved basketball in high school.
So you played up till 8th grade on this traveling team.
Yes.
And then became a freshman in high school. And you continued to play in high school? And you're about to start your season again?
Yes.
All right.
I actually started playing with the high school in between my 6th and 7th grade year, just on their summer league. And then I played again between my 7th and 8th grade. And then, of course, between my 8th and freshman year, I played with them. And so it was really nice to get that playing time in to kind of get me ready for high school. So.
Well, good. Well, I want to talk to you a little bit more about high school and playing basketball at that level and stuff when we come back. We're going to take a quick break. You guys, when we come back, we'll have more with Anndria North. Don't go anywhere.